Good morning. I just thought I'd fire up a stream since I didn't see anyone else was streaming and people were still hanging around after Aussie. So I figured maybe hang out in Minecraft and show you guys the humble beginnings of my Minecraft journey on House of Fluxx server. This is the kitchen, which is always a good place to start. And it's in my little hobbit hole, which sounds gross, but I thought it was cute. There's the bedroom. Don't go in there. Oh, I guess I can show you guys. Very quaint, very small. There's a bathroom with a duck in the toilet. It's actually a chicken, but whatever. And a little map of the area. This is the hobbit hole right here. That's where we are. And over there's Osaka Castle and the Ranger, the pirate ship. This is the start of the village, which is all the way down there. And we'll go check that out in a minute. I made a nice little fireplace, a little desk, got some statues. Down here is the first mine I created. Not a very big living space, but I didn't need it to be. Just wanted to get something started and make it a little fancy. I know the colors kind of clash in here. Not great. I have not played this in... Oh, it's dark out. 2014, I think, was the last time I played until the pandemic hit. Oh, there are monsters nearby. Great. Anyway, when the pandemic hit, I was like, I need something that can waste a lot of time. I was furloughed from my management position, and I didn't have anything to do. Places were closing, a few bars stayed open, and when the pandemic first started, around March, I got furloughed, which was really annoying. I needed something to eat time, and that's what Minecraft does. It just eats time. I can start playing, digging a hole, finding a bunch of resources, and it just turns into 3 hours, and I'll build something. You know, this is nothing. This is that whole tower. Just building it, maybe half an hour, probably less than that. And this is the first little home I built. It was a little hobbit hole. I've got some sheep over there. Got a little garden, got some melons, all kinds of crafting stuff that I needed. That's Boosh's hobbit hole. And then I saw this, once I got that established and started getting resources and digging a mine, I'd be doing it, whatever. I started building this. Hey Bly, how's it going? And this is not a one-to-one replica. I could not do that. That was insane. But this is kind of based on Osaka Palace in Japan. And I just started with the main hall. Actually, let's start from this direction. Oh, there's an egg. There's 3 eggs. This is where I started from. None of this was here. I built up the mountain and made it flat where Osaka Castle is. I had all this cobblestone from digging, and it was just filling up chest after chest. I had no idea what to do with it, so I just started building, and this was the main level. And I just flattened out the whole area. I built this first floor. I didn't really have a plan other than I wanted it to kind of look like Osaka Castle. The color scheme's not great. It's not, like, that's not the right color green. And I wanted all this to be kind of white. Wow, that's music's getting really loud. I wanted this to be all white, and birchwood was the closest I could find to get it the way I wanted it to look, but I did want it to contrast sharply with the base of the castle. So this is the first thing I built, was this main floor here, this big open area, and eventually made my big map. This is where we are. We're right under there in that main part of the castle. And then I built the tower over here for storage, and that's it. I never go in here anymore because I have much bigger stuff to do. This is just some random crap. And I made a, of course you've got to have a spa, a little rub and tug right here in the castle. Very nice. And I've got the enchanting station over here, nice little library. I don't really go in there because there's much better stuff in the village, and this is just some storage for wood and dirt. And here are the guard dogs. Oh, where's Chairman Meow? We lost Chairman Meow. There you are. Hello, Chairman Meow. And I built this well, didn't build, planted, I guess is the proper word, this garden. I got lots of bees who, for some reason, are not here. Oh, there's one. I don't know if you can hear them buzzing, but they make a lot of noise. That's why I like to turn down the volume on my TV. And they make honey for me. The reason the smoke is there is to tame the bees like in real life. It's kind of strange. Or not tame, make them calm down. Sedate, I don't know what the word is. And this just kept getting bigger and bigger, and someone asked me to make Panda Express in Minecraft, so there's a panda has escaped. This is my Panda Express. There is one right around the corner for me that looks like this. I don't go in there because I did one time. It was filthy in the kitchen area, and I got sick. This is the Panda Express. Ooh, you're an angry panda. You want to become part of the family? We're going to go put you in the restaurant. Hey, Panda, come here, Panda. Come on, Panda. Come on, Panda. There you go, Panda. Here, eat that. And we're going to leave you in here. And we had Mrs. Fluxx and Fluxx and Mocha Booty. So that was just a fun little project I did because someone in the chat, not chat, what am I talking about? The Discord said to make Panda Express. And this is so you can see it on the map. I don't want that. Now this isn't all nice and built up because, again, I don't really go over there much. It's just for make someone happy. And here's the Happy Livestock Pen of Special Love, aka food. Hello, food. There's the steak. And this is the automatic bee farm, which does not work like it's supposed to. It's just an experiment. I looked online, and mine was already close enough to what they had going, so I decided to expand it and give it a shot. It doesn't work properly. Even when I made it to spec from the video I watched, it still does not work properly. And down here I've got all this alchemy stuff. A couple brewing stations, bugs and guts and junks and stuff. Water and more potions, which there's a chest full of pot. There's a dock. It's under construction. Haven't really messed with that in a while. Oh, and across the water, I've made this nice bridge. Rainbow bridge for Fluxx, because gay, yay. and it plays music. Hey, Jim. And here's another project I haven't finished. I really don't know where I was going with this, just like little huts and a nice big pagoda. Some acacia trees, which, you know, those grow in Japan, right? And all the way up here, if you guys are fans of Quentin Tarantino. Oh yeah, there's a little sign here. He doesn't want to be bothered. We have Pai Mei. His little house, his dojo. Here's the weapons rack over here where she picks up a sword. And here's that nice block of wood that she punches so she can do the one punch and get out of the grave she's buried in. We've got a little fish shop. This is his little hut. Again, I don't come up here much. It's just for show. I like building stuff. It's Dojo Nying or Dojang. Oh, yeah. And I just kept expanding. Like, I wanted to build a bunch of different kind of Japanese or Chinese style structures. I mean, it looks pretty impressive to me. It's probably not that amazing to anyone else. But I didn't build it for anyone else. I built it for me. And over there is the pirate ship. I don't know why. I just went, there's this big open patch of water. Let's build a pirate ship. So I built a pirate ship. And where's my, oops, that's the wrong button. Where is my, there it is. Now it has cannons on it. And they work. These shoot out fireballs, and the ones in front were supposed to shoot out TNT, but they do not. Instead, they just drop TNT. And I forgot to replace them with the fireball cannons. And I was with David Nelson and Island, and we were looking at my pirate ship. And I was just showing off the cannons that shoot fireballs, like, hey, this is pretty neat, check this out. And one shot over there and caught these trees on fire. So I went over there and put it out, and when I got back, David, because, I mean, he's a curious guy, and that's okay, he started pushing buttons. He pushed one of these buttons, and it dropped TNT right on the front of the ship. I guess that's called the prow, I don't know ship terminology. And it exploded real good, and took out a huge chunk about that big out of the ship. So we made a new rule for David. No more pushing buttons. That's not so dynamite. No. Dynamite bad. Cannons on it. Like the old lady with the bolt. Oh my god. Yeah, that's what she looked like. Those two cannons on the front of the ship. And this is Himeji. I just call that Osaka. This is, it's easier to have names for things so you tell people where you are. And this is Himeji Castle. As we get close, you can see I've expanded quite a bit since building this. And this is based on Himeji Castle in Japan. It's, again, not one-to-one, but I've got the front fortifications here, the two side towers, which are guard towers, and I forgot what this area is called, but there's a little shoot-off that comes over here like this on Himeji Castle, and I turned that into a portal room. Worthy of an episode of Maritime Monday, yes. Ah, God, I miss Jeff. Now, that's not part of Himeji Castle. I just built that because I wanted some kind of, like, wizard tower, and pagoda seems like a good place for a wizard to live if he were in feudal Japan. I've got a nice cherry orchard I made. That's the Orchard of Tranquility with a chicken duck in it. Hello, chicken duck. Go away. I got some nice chairs to sit in the middle. And I make these little gates, which are all over China. I think they're in Japan, too. I just like the way they look, so I put them there. And we're going to go to sleep. One of the things I try to do in all of my buildings is put beds all over the place so you don't have to go wandering too far. Cherry blossoms and temple gates. I do like the cherry trees. They shed. I lived in DC for a while, I'm sure I've mentioned before, and the cherry trees along the Potomac were a gift. And when they bloom and shed, you can see them falling. See little petals falling. I think it's neat. It's a neat effect. It's simple, like they're just little pixels, right? But it just gives a different effect to that biome. I think it's really nice. Anyway, the cherry trees would bloom and shed their petals, and just, it's a mess. They're all over the place. They get on the sidewalks. It makes it difficult to walk. It's like walking on ice. You're just slippery. They get mildewy and moldy. This is just a bunch of giant mushrooms for no reason, other than I wanted to make giant mushrooms. It's my mangrove area, which gives me redwood, which I really love. I love the color of it. These gates are made out of acacia. Not that that matters. I like the contrast. I didn't want to make everything the same color wood or brick. And inside here is my another little garden area. I just like the way it looked. And in here, you can't really tame the foxes, but this one looks like my dog, Gracie. So I named her Gracie Dog. She's all curled up. Oh, those are different kinds of mushrooms. Those are fun mushrooms. I make mushroom soup out of it, and it increases my abilities. At least I think they do. And here's just a nice little bedroom. This is like this barren area. I really haven't done anything with it. It's just for crafting and smelting and stuff. The brewing stand. I've got the loom for making banners. That's just extra space. And I plan on building below here as well, like a dungeon area kind of that goes down into a mine that I eventually want to hook up to the other castle. And this is just a nice little throne room. Oh, this is the redwood from the mangroves. I just really like it. The 3 little kind of buttons on the doors, I love those. Those are kind of new. Said, Bruce McFadden, do you watch Severance on Apple TV? I do not. I've heard good things. I don't know what this room was supposed to be. I kind of lost track and started building something else. They got a lot of projects going. There's a nice dining room. Oh, here, let's have some cake. Eat a piece of cake. That's a nice library that I started revisited. And there's a sitting area that leads up to the main bedroom, which I did finish. This is basically all I wanted it to look like. I got another little kitty cat over here. Do you have a name? No, I didn't name you. But that looks like my old cat Monty. He lived to be 17 years old before he passed away. Sorry if I'm talking so fast and running around so much. I've had coffee, so I am a bit wired. I don't have Apple Plus, but I think I'm going to check it out anyway. They've got free trials and things like that. There's free ways to watch it, if you know what I'm saying. But if you watched it, you would make the NBR floor, which is the main setting for the show. Okay, it's like a weird alternate dimension office. Like, what is it, drama, sci-fi? I don't even know. I've seen clips and it looks strange, which is right up my alley. I like strange stuff. Oh, you know, why am I doing this? Oops. Something the Himeji Castle does not have yet. I have upstairs in the dining room. So a nice peaceful stream. Just wandering around Minecraft. I made an elevator system. This water takes you up, and of course you just fall down this side. This will take you all the way to the top. I like that aspect, that's neat. I don't know if they had that in Minecraft before. Anyway, on with the little tour. Figured do this for another half hour, that's enough time. Over here I'm gonna make like a water vader. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Other than a walk-evator, because that thing's made out of glass, and they smashed through the top of the building with that, which means they all would have died really horribly. So I've got this all staged. This is basically how I start doing things in Minecraft. This whole castle, the other one as well. I've got a crafting station. This is a stone cutter. It makes bricks into different shapes. The music is kind of loud compared to your voice. Oh, we can change that. Oops. Nope, not that one. That one. Wow, that doesn't... There we go. Well, I kind of want the music to be there a little bit. Can't hear it at all now, but I can hear the... There. You know what? You sound like you're in distress. So anyway, this is how I started building stuff, is... I'll just get an idea of what I want it to look like. Yeah, I was drowning out your voice. But yeah, it did. It increased in volume when I was over at the other castle. I don't know why it did that. No, don't be... No. Please let me know if you can't hear me. And I looked up pictures online, and these are the kind of color schemes I want. It's not going to be exact to the picture I saw, but this is going to be a, you know, like ancient Japanese style blacksmith. And those are the components I want to put in it. And that's how I do stuff. I'm like, I want it to look like this, so I just start collecting resources. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I flattened out this whole area. Well, this area I raised up a whole lot, because this was just this big... There it is. This carved all the way through to that direction. I think it does come to an end over here somewhere. I guess I filled that in too. But it was like this giant scar, so I just started filling that in because it was unsightly and I wanted this nice open area to be flat so I could start building. And after Himeji Castle was built, I came across the water. I'd always planned to expand. So I had this dirt bridge coming across the water. It looked really ugly. But I always wanted to expand the castle, and at the start, I was going to do the same color scheme. But I just changed my mind because, I don't know, it popped into my head. I'm like, I need a temple of some kind. Because there's the castle, and there's, you know, that's more military or militaristic kind of, and I wanted some religion in here, so I made the Shaolin Temple. And over here we have a nice spa, and over there we have a, what is this? It's a sushi house of elegant dining. And here's a little fishing pond. You can go fishing in the pond with the fishing rod. These two buildings, the spa and this, are just mirror images of each other except for the interiors. This is a nice little sushi area. And these two bell towers are also in the Shaolin Temple in Japan. And this is a pretty accurate mock-up. There's a Temple of the Sun, and behind that is the Temple of the Moon. And behind it, it's just this. I really like this one. The interior is nothing to be is nothing to gush at. There's not much going on in here. They had the I think they're called prayer wheels. There's another name for them. I don't know, but these are little just. Oops, no, give me that. I want that back. Took my bow. Yeah, so anyway, prayer wheels they have. There are pots in this game that have symbols on them. I don't know where to find those or how to make them. But they got them. So I'm going to replace those at some point. Oh, yeah, that's my little statue. There's no dog. Hello, dog. That's Hayabusa, named after Ryu Hayabusa from the Ninja Gaiden games. Shaolin Temple. Is David Carradine there? Yeah, I think he's in one of the closets upstairs. Familiar with the Japanese martial arts Shorinji Kempo. I've heard of Kempo. I don't know what Shorinji is. Is that like a needle? Shorinji? And this is the maze. Oops. Oh, shit. Okay. Whew. Yeah, I don't want to fall in here. This is the maze Island built. She's not quite done with it yet. She said she doesn't know what direction she wants to go with it. But I think it's impressive. It takes up a massive area. And it is an actual functional maze. I thought she was going to build a labyrinth because when she started building it, it looked, the difference is like a labyrinth is one path and a maze has all these like different that are dead ends or, you know, no way to complete the maze. It's a bit complex. Can we, yeah, let's climb higher. Ow. Shorin is the Japanese word for Shaolin. Their art definitely looks Shaolin based. That's neat. Yeah, I never got into martial arts too much. I thought Bruce Lee was phenomenal. You know, he made his own. Jeet Kune Do, I think is what it's called. And it's like a free-form kind of martial arts. It incorporates a lot of different martial arts and allows the user to have more options, you know, rather than this is the way karate is. You know, you can mix kung fu in with karate. You can mix Kempo in with karate. Oh, I never connected those dots. And over here we have a couple of horses. We'll get to why they are called this in a minute. But this is I'm with, and this is stupid. The reason he's named stupid is because these leads, you can take them off. See? He just fucking wanders off. He's the only horse I've ever had that does this. Where are you going? Where the hell are you going? They'll usually go like 5 or 6 blocks and then like stand there. They'll eat some grass if there's grass. If there's a hay bale, they'll go hang out by the hay bale. This one? No. Like 20... I'll have him on a lead. The lead will break for whatever reason. And like I'll have the lead. I'll be you know, walking this way and go, is he still there? Okay, he's still there. And walking. He's still there? He's still there. And I'll keep going and going and going on flat ground, no trees, nothing. And the lead will break if I don't keep checking on him. And then he'll just fuck off and find his own thing to do. Alright, so let's go ahead and go to bed. Anyway, that's why he's called Stupid. This was, yeah, Stupid the horse. I took him on a trip with Island. We went way, way far southeast. We're looking for a treasure. Was it a treasure? No, a woodland temple. She had a map to a woodland temple and said, do you want to go on do you want to do some exploring? And I said, sure, let's do some exploring. And this was the horse I took. Her horse, I also named, is back the other way. You know, oops. We can just go ahead and take you. See, you stay here. See this? He's just hanging out. That other guy just runs. This is just a quick way to get around. I like these horses. When I first played Minecraft, they didn't have any of this stuff. There were no horses, there was no bamboo, there were no cherry trees. It was, I think, spruce, birch, and oak. I don't remember what else. I think there was a fourth one. So we can get off the horsey. See, he's hanging out. See? Look, looking right at me. Doesn't wander off. Good horse. Stupid is a bad horse, but I think he's my favorite. And this is Megan D, because she's got dark hair on her body and blonde. Well, you should not have put the rice in there. I mean, to be fair, you kind of brought that upon yourself. Oh, and this is, they're called creakers, or creakings, or creaklings. I don't remember. It is a stallion. It's Megan the Stallion. That's correct. I'm a goober. Over here, the sign says, warning, dangerous int. Keep out at night. And this thing is supposed to spawn an int. It is an unkillable creature that holds still when you look at it, and it looks like a tree. And it's supposed to spawn within 20 blocks of this thing, I believe. And instead, it'll spawn, like, on top of that. I don't understand the way it works. But this is the spooge that he sends out. When you hit him, he gets excited and spooges all over the place. I know it's orange and crusty. It's weird, but it's not human spooge. It's creaking spooge. This is an experiment because I heard it. Yeah, it's weird that this stuff. Hang on. This stuff is called podzol, and that's apparently a real thing. It's just like a bunch of detritus from large trees, and it happens in nature. And it's supposed to help the bamboo grow, but it does not look like it grows as fast as the other stuff, which is just on grass. So it was, again, just an experiment, and it does not work. I feel lied to, but I don't care enough to make a comment on that video. You're wrong, it doesn't grow. And like, it's not worth it to it's probably some kid too that made the video. And oh, these are little banners that I make with the loom. I like the way they look. I've only got a few different patterns, and that was my favorite. You can also add different patterns and make them all kinds of weird. This is another bamboo forest, because I like the way it looks. And I also use it extensively. And here's just a little... There's a little mine house. There's another big mine under here. And I don't know, it's just a structure I built because I had this big open area. Kind of like a fort. And this little fishing village I made down here, just for aesthetic purposes. Oh, and we have another animal. He's not a pet. He's just stuck. And he has been here, just sitting there, or she, I guess, because it's laying eggs. But I named her Howard. And it has not moved since I built that structure. It's stuck there. And I don't want it to move. It likes being there. Stuck duck chicken. It's Howard the Duck. Welcome to La June, or I guess it's Lao Jun Mountain Monastery. And I was just looking at pictures of like the Shaolin Temple, and this one caught my eye. Like, this is the famous one, the famous Shaolin Temple you can take tours of, that's actually still functional. I forget the exact name of it. I think it's just called Shaolin Temple. And one of the pictures I was looking at looked like this, and it was this big monastery on top of a mountain, and it was all by itself. Just it's the only structure. So I made this big ass mountain out of dirt, and I made a nice steps leading up to it. I made this nice bridge because there's a bridge in the picture, and I started building this gigantic monastery. I have curtains. Oh, thank you. You can climb on the curtains like a kitty cat. Supposedly there were two of them. Two of what? Did I miss something? Two Shaolin temples? Maybe, I'm not sure. And this just goes all the way up to the top. There's nothing in here yet because I'm not done building it. See, this is, yeah. There's another example. Like, down here, Shaolin Temple was the grandma and the grandpa of the southern styles of Kung Fu. Yes! So, this was all, again, just flat land. And the first thing I did before I started doing anything was gathered a whole ton of resources. You can see these were completely filled, and there was another one over here, and this was two different. If you put two of these chests next to each other, they form one of the bigger ones, and all three of them were completely filled with resources. And you can see I have used them. Every now and then I'd have to go back and chop down more bamboo. This is mosaic bamboo. That's regular bamboo. Mao hated old ideas, old religions, old ways. but loved watching the Chinese martial arts. Matt also liked killing a lot of Chinese people. And when I got done with the first floor, I came up here and just built this chest. I thought maybe I wanted to incorporate cobblestone or some kind of stone, and decided against it. This whole layer here with this pattern, I had this all cobblestone. I didn't like the way it looked, so I took it all down. I think it's 20 blocks on each of these corners. So it took a while to do that. And then I replaced it with this blackstone, or deep slate tiles, because I did like the way the windows looked. And you can see out the windows all the way out there across the savannah. And you can see Himeji from here. And you can... That's the broken nether portal. You can almost see islands. That's her area over there. That hole. All of those torches you can see, that's where Island lives, under the ground. In a hole. Everyone in this game, every single other person in this game, lives in some kind of a hole. And here's another one where I staged. You see, I got a bunch more. This is all for the roof. Everything else inside there, this is all birch. Everything's been used, so it's getting empty. Anyway, I tore out these walls 3 times. I had this going all the way down to the ground as bamboo. I just didn't like the way it looked. I wanted some more flavor to it, and this just looks a little more... I don't know. Is this feng shui? I don't know what feng shui is. I mean, I know the term means like some kind of interior design rules. And, oh, this is funny. So, when you're crafting, you can go into your crafting menu, and if you have the resources, see, you can, down at the bottom it says select recipe, it'll tell you what it is. You can hit the X button to craft, or hit the triangle button to make as many as you can in a stack. So if you have enough resources to make 64, you hit the triangle button, it'll make 64. If you have enough to make 20, it'll make 20. I wanted to make an iron trap door. Just one. Because I had plans for it. To make a nice little shelf in one of these corners. It actually made me give up on that idea. Because I got frustrated. And so I started building the upstairs. I hit the triangle button and had enough resources to make all of these iron trap doors. As of yet, there is no way in Minecraft to break them down into anything else. If you make armor you don't want out of iron, you can break it down into its... Or gold is the other one. You can break it down into ingots. These are stuck, so it just turned out the exact amount filled up that wall. It was just lucky, so in my brain I went, it's supposed to be there. It fits perfectly. It's too perfect. Maybe that wasn't an accident. So that's going to be a shelf of some kind. I think I'm going to put like a brewing stand, maybe a keg. I don't know. JK, you might know. Do monks drink beer in Japan? They did. The Gregorian monks were drunks. And they wrote Carmina Burana. Or Burana, whatever it's called. Well, in any event, it doesn't have to be completely historically accurate. And my monks, I'm going to let them drink beer if they want to drink beer. So I'm going to make beer and wine, maybe some flowers, see if I can find a pot leaf if they want to get high. And I don't know why, I can't find out why, but these two don't want to grow like the rest. These are vines. I forget what they're called. It's some kind of fungal vine that grows only in this alternate hell dimension. And I brought them back because I like the color. And they look like beads hanging from the ceiling. And at some point... Oh, this is a village that I think Fluxx found, or someone else found it, and put this massive wall around it, which I think is great. So I kind of copied that. And I have several of these villages all over the world that have a bunch of happy villagers living in them. And I've upgraded them. I've given them jobs. They love their jobs. You know, 3 letters. J-O-B-S, jobs. So that's Fluxx's little village, and inside it says, welcome to Fluxx's secret village number 1. Please leave a message, so you can write in the book that you visited and put up a sign that says you were there. Fluxx does that a lot. She's got one, she found the dojo, Paime's dojo on top of the mountain over there. I don't know if you can see it from here. No. Those trees, all that line of trees, is the edge of the dojo. She went over there and thought that was really cool and left me some presents. One of the presents was netherite, which helped me craft this awesome armor. I like that bridge. It's really simple, but there's enough decoration to make it look interesting. That's another thing. I'm almost never happy with what I build. Like, I want to keep changing this. I want to fix some things. Like, I don't like the blue lights. At first I did, but they don't shine enough. So, like on the second floor and going up, I change them to the orange lights. I am never happy with my structures. For this, I just want to put some like more supports underneath to make it look more natural, or realistic rather. Because yeah, that bridge would never happen in real life, right? So now we're going to... Yeah, I did all this in survival. Well, it's easy. If you just make some semblance of a plan to build. Like I can see in my head what this is going to look like already. Now I will change things as I start building it. Like this doesn't fit here right. I'm not happy with the way this. There's going to be a tower over here. I haven't plotted it out yet, but I have the materials to do it. The first thing I'll do is build a foundation. And then I'll start building up from there. I'll section off different rooms. That's what an architect, yeah. I plotted everything first. I get all my materials set. I have an idea in my head. I have a reference if I need to look at it, just to get it kind of close to what that reference is. It doesn't need to be accurate. It doesn't even need to be functional. You know, I'm going to make it functional because I have an anvil, I have the smithing table, I've got the crafting table. I'm going to eventually go get lava with this bucket and make kind of a lava pit, and the cauldron would be like a quenching oil. So that's pretty much Bush's district, is these 2 massive castles on either side of a mountain, where that's Paime up there. He's all the way up there. And I have expanded so much that I've gotten to an eye shot of the village, which is over here. This village that was B.S. Simon, who you guys have seen in chat sometimes, and Agent, I think his name's Agent 2004. I mean, that just looks crazy. That looks like a whole Japanese city going on over there, which is what I planned. All these acacia trees are going to come up. I'm going to build a little village over here. I just like building stuff. It's very calming, and again, during the pandemic, I had nothing but time. I didn't go out much. Money was an issue, so you know I couldn't go out to the pub anymore. Couldn't go out and see shows. Couldn't go to sporting events. This is all Turtle Man, I believe. This is nice. I do like this. I think it would have been cool if he kept going higher and then put a bunch of leaves around the top. There's no furnishings in there, and I don't know what the plan was here, but it looks interesting having just a tree floating on top of scaffolding. This is the village. That's Fluxx's coffee mug, and I think that's supposed to be a martini glass. I'm not sure. That's the feeling I get. Here's some of the fungus from the alternate dimension. This is from a different alternate dimension, which is the end. Yes, this is all end stone, and I think these are chorus or chorus plants. Let's get, yeah, chorus flower. I'm gonna put this down. There. I think Turtleman built that as well, and he does have a big structure house, which is all storage. And I don't know how he plans on filling that up. It looks like it's 200 chests. It's crazy. There it is. Like that whole building, he should have just made it look like a chest. Yeah, Turtle Man. Maybe it's not 200. It was at 8, 16, and 15 is 31, 33 chests. I thought it was a lot more than that. Still, that's a lot of chests, and to fill that up would be kind of crazy. What the hell was that noise? There's a problem since the last update. Monsters are supposed to... Oh, this is all Podzol. And they come from these big spruce trees. It just makes the land like that. Anyway, the glitch that's been happening is... There he is. That's what I heard. There he is. They're not really supposed to be hanging around during daytime. But monsters have started spawning at daytime. Where'd you go? There you are. They can teleport, and you cannot shoot them. Like, they'll move when you shoot them. Where are you? There we go. And he didn't drop any goodies. No inner pearls. So that's what I heard when I was running over here. These are guild halls that Baldo Gagger makes. I think this is the Fletcher. Yeah, this is the Fletchers. They have bows and arrows, and I don't find much use for them because bows are pretty easy to make and find on your own. That temple's the Clerics. They sell spell books and all kinds of random goodies that you can't find on the surface world. And oh, sorry, no, they sell potions and things like that. The Clerics do. And over this way is, we call it, this is the lag area, I call it. This is lag. There's a lot of animals running around, and there is a massive underground structure which collects resources from these various areas. And here's another map of the village. And there's supposed to be, there it is. I think these maps are too big to really use to find any direction, because looking at this, I don't think that one's in the right place. Oh yeah, it is. We're supposed to be there, but you can't tell what anything is. I don't think that's where we are. Because looking at the smaller maps that are more detailed, don't look like that. Like here, let's see if I can kind of zoom in. That's not good. Again, I think it's cool to have a map this size, but I think it's worthless. Unless, I mean, I have treasure maps. Oh god, so laggy. But to try and make them correspond to this would be extremely difficult, because like the treasure map would be this tiny little area here. Oops. Like right there. Just that one spot. And you can't zoom in. So it's, I mean, I appreciate it. It's kind of neat. Oh, that music. How did the music get louder again? No, I don't want to go to Realm Stories. No, lag, lag, lag. Yeah, it just keeps increasing in volume. These are nice little huts that someone built. That is the guild hall I spend the most time in. That's the enchantment guild hall with all the librarians. Yeah, there's librarians. 21 librarians, 1 free. I don't know what that means. Free Palestine. And that is subway to Pai Mei and Bush's Asian Paradise. That's a nice little subway. That's another project. I just got it done and have done nothing to it aesthetically. As I keep... typical husband behavior, right? You start a project and then you just forget about it. That's supposed to be a martini glass, right? I don't think that's a spaceship. And here's one of Fluxx's little houses. I'm not ripping on it by saying it's one of Fluxx's little houses. This is how she builds. She likes to build like this. It's quaint. It's cute. I like building ridiculously huge structures with tons of verticality because I think it's impressive. And I like that bridge a lot. That's what I should do with mine, is get these fences to underhang. Fluxx, if you ever watch this video, I'm sleeping in your bed. It's almost 7 o'clock. I went over the Asian district and the village, and now we're going to go check out one more thing, and then we're going to go to the Nether and show you guys that. JKD Buck mentioned that he played Minecraft quite a while ago and never really got into it. I'm an artist. I went to culinary school. I always took art classes when I could, when I was in middle school and high school. In elementary school, I was constantly distracted. I didn't care what the teacher had to say. It wasn't interesting to me, so I'd fuck off in my own little head and start drawing stuff. That's the Cthulhu Castle. One of the things I really... Oh, I'm hungry again. And there's one of the important buildings that allows me to do what I do, which is build those giant structures. Oops. What am I doing? That's the iron farm. What you do is you go down there, you get a stack of iron, you turn it into ingots, and then you go to the Cthulhu Tower and turn it into currency. And with the currency, you can buy pretty much anything you need. All of my tools, when I first started, I was digging massive underground canyon or underground caves, mining out, dozens and dozens of diamonds, which are extremely rare. So that takes quite a while, and to do that takes up time that I would rather be using building stuff. This is crazy. Look at the size of this thing. My favorite part about this is the eyes. They're sunken in, so when you move, they move with you. That motherfucker is staring at me. Look at that. I think that is such a cool effect. It's really simple, too. He just carved them further back, and they watch you as you're swimming up. And inside here is the massive trader hall. The only reason I come in here anymore is just to pawn off all of my iron and get emeralds, which I can use at the other trading halls. There are librarians in here, and it's fairly... Oops. It's wrong floor. Fairly easy. They're labeled. I would have used darker wood and a lighter font color, because these are hard to see from a distance. I can't make that out. If it were white font, I would be able to see it from a distance, but I can't. Anyway, that's just a minor gripe. Oh, something I built over here. Don't tell the other people that play this game. Certainly not Connor if he starts playing. I want it to be a surprise. This is what a regular bed looks like. I decided to put one on the map that you can see. So I made this big bed. And a tripwire. If you know what a tripwire does in real life, that will do the exact same thing. So I'm just waiting for someone to discover this and then have an accident. Because I'm evil. That's a painted desert over there. I have mined out... Not that hill. There's another one. That's all terracotta and sand. And I wanted to build my Shaolin temple out of red terracotta instead of wool. And I mined out all of the red terracotta from that entire section. And it goes further down. Yeah, you can see it there too. All of that has been mined out by me. It's relaxing just to get a pickaxe and dig a hole. Good morning, Island. How are you doing, sweetheart? I was just giving a tour because we watched Aussie for a little while and he stopped his stream and I didn't have any notifications that anyone else was streaming and figured I'd take everyone on a little tour. We did not go into your private area. You're safe. But I did point out where you live. So they may come find you. One of the things I wanted to do is... I don't like the way this looks. It just... the torches are all, you know, kind of distant, strange. They're not... What is it? Equidistant, I think is equidistant, I think is the word I'm looking for. And there's just like the 3 blocks just sitting here. I don't like that. And see, it's weird edges and things like that. I want to mow this all down, you know, leave some areas that are lower than others, just more aesthetically pleasing would be my goal. But someone's already on this island. I don't want to screw up their stuff if they don't want it to look like that. This wall is new. That wasn't there before. I should dig under it. Like a mole. I don't like that. I do like this wall though. It's nice. It makes it prettier. And this is all automatic. I think this is the kelp farm. Maybe that's not the kelp farm. That's the kelp farm. I don't know how it works. I don't mess with it. What is this? Don't drink the well water. You'll get the skitters. Ah. Someone pooped in the well again. I mean, I don't know who could have done such a thing. There's all this cactus and stuff like that. And that's a big circle we just made. I know I said we're going to go to the nether. Giardia! I got the poos! And there's the can. Oh, yeah. This is the, So, this tree used to be bigger. I was jotting on a spot and got over there to stop the burning before it destroyed the whole town. There's my pirate ship. That's the closest I get to a Jolly Roger. Let me just quick look at the pirate ship. That's the first treasure map I found, so I decided to put it on a plaque on the pirate ship. And because I'm anal, everything's labeled. Boosh did what California. Yeah, wasn't that hard? Use water. That's a nice map of the boat. Anyway, we're going to go to hell. I prefer hell to the other place, the end. Oh, there's a I made another little gate. This one's a little more fancy than the other ones, because I found this chest over here. I don't know if she did it on purpose or if she's just being Fluxx, but there was a tree right here, and I could not see the chest nor the sign. So I found this and built a little shrine, and in here is a book that she says awesome sauces and misspelled sauces, but that's okay. We love her. Hold your tongue and say, I was Pa's fat. I sound like I have special needs. This is Yum Yum Sushi Bar. All these have different kinds of fish that can be cooked in various cooking implements. Nice little garden. It's Cluck Cluck Farms. This is a little farmhouse. There's the Cluck Clucks. There's a whole lot of them. And they give me eggs. And food. Eggs! I wonder where those went. Did it spawn any chickens? Oh yeah, it did. Wow, they hit the ship. Pew 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 pew. Oh, I'm sorry for the sniffles. Had some coffee and had a runny nose sense. This is a good horse. I like this horse. He doesn't wander off. Stupid wanders off. And the sun's going down, so I'm going to take a nap. This is the big map. This is all the village. I'll occasionally take one of these maps. You just punch them and pick them up. And I'll go down there and redo the map, because they do not update on their own unless you take the map and go over there. That's Island's maze, which I think is impressive. That's a really good shot of it. Take a screenshot of that and see if I can solve it with a pen and pencil, or pen or pencil. And oh, that's a perfect example. Right in the middle, you see that structure? That's not built on this map. In the maze, it's completely finished. And to the north and the south of that are cherry trees, not oak trees. So one of the things I do is set the maze in the shining. No, it's bamboo. I don't think Jack Nicholson is dead inside of here either. We can fix that. And, you know, right next door, we'll have David Carradine hanging out in the temple. I just love the aerial shot of that temple. Because I know what it looks like in my head. Like, I built the whole thing so I can picture it. But looking at it from the top down is neat. Oh, I also don't have... See, the mountain isn't there. This area right here is flat savanna, and the mountain's not there, nor the temple, or the monastery. Oh, there it is. Yeah, Panda Express. See a little panda? There's the panda! Look at the panda! Oh, fuck. Oh, no. That struck a bad chord. I only like the mazes on... Ah! Hello, B. I only like the mazes on the back of the Cracker Barrel menus for kids. It's like 2 lines. What is that song from the Drew Carey show? Before they changed it. Moon over Parma? Ah, yes. We're in hell now, as you can see. It's gross. This stuff that you have on the walls is also on the floor in a lot of places, so I'm glad that Baldo Gagger put down these nice tiles. And this area was completely different when I started. There was like this hill here, and everything was a mess. And I think he saw how clean I was making things. And this was just the tile pathway, and just a whole bunch of random crap. You can still see it hanging in the air here. It'd be kind of a bitch to fix because these chests are, well, yeah, that was, maybe we can empty these finally. So these were all full of stuff and he just never moved them. Isn't my choice to host The Price is Right. It's not mine either. I think he's fine. I liked his stand-ups back in the day, and I thought the Drew Carey show was hilarious. They also, Baldo also made this giant auto smelter. I started this and had just one row of 6. He decided that wasn't enough, so now we have lava everywhere. Down that way is the basalt mines and various other people's houses. I think Turtle Man's house is here. That's the skeleton farm. Is that cartographer? No, guardian and gunpowder. Yeah, I love the Drew Carey show. It's great. That's Turtle Man's house. You guys want to go check out Turtle Man's house? Let me know in the comments. Basalt and pepper. That's the cartographer village. Island was wandering around and found that out in the world on her own. That's the old pillager farm. There's nothing good in there. And that's the new pillager farm. So this is all Baldo. This is what he does. He just clears out all these mines. No one wants to go to Baldo's house? Alright. Or not Baldo's house. Turtle Man. So this is just a tunnel with no sign, so I have no idea what's down there. Except for teal fog. If you guys can hear those noises, that is a ghast. And they are my most hated enemy in the Nether. They are floating ghost things with tentacles hanging down. They're hellish. They're hell monsters is what they are. If you guys want to see one, let me know. We'll go find one. They spit fireballs, and their hitbox is a lot smaller than their body. And they fly around a lot, so shooting them out of the air is not the easiest task. This is the Nether hub. It didn't used to have all this labeling. I started making signs. That was the first sign I made. Main Nether hub. And Baldo took over and started labeling things. So now you know, okay, we're at, this is 0, 0. We're at 0, 0. So if you want to get to the Guardian farm, you go 151 blocks that way on parallel 0. Yeah, there's just nastiness down that end. I haven't really explored that much anymore. Who's lighting it with? Yeah, I like the original from England as well. Down that hallway is a portal to an alpine biome and lots of ghost noises. Yes. So we have the end portal. I don't like the end. I have no reason to go there. It sucks. A Trident Farm, Gunpowder Farm, another Gunpowder Farm, Blaze Farm. I like Blaze Farms. And Wither Skeletons, which also suck. And then Bakalakadaka Village, which is all the way down there. It's called that because it's a desert biome. And then there's the Nether Fortress and Pale Forest. I was kind of excited for the Pale Forest because I thought it was going to be neat. I thought there were going to be better enemies, and there aren't. It's just gross. So that's Blood Splat. That's David Nelson. And he made a swing. I named it the Schwing Swing. Ow! Hey! There we go. You didn't need to live anyway. And there's a water temple down there. There's just nonsense down there. This is something David built to honor Jeff. We'll go in there in a minute. I started building this in October. last year, I think it was October. So Jeff started building Baradur, or Baradur. Time to derma her. So I had this big tower going made out of black stone and deep slate. And I really didn't have a plan with this one. You can see on the map here, it has taken over this whole island. And I'm at some point, I really don't come out here much because there's not much going on. Again, you can see another staging area. I built this floor and then put all these chests in here, just started filling up with random crap. Like, there's just no rhyme or reason in here. That's mostly netherrack. That's just completely random at this point. But they were on this, like one of them was just filled with this stone, all this black stone. I mined it out. I made a chest full of nothing but basalt, and then nothing but cobblestone, and nothing but netherrack. This floor is all netherrack. You can see cobblestone, and then there's more netherrack. And I got a bigger map. There's nothing out here. There's the mining is really nasty. There's water tunnels all underneath this entire complex. Yeah, I made some more lava pools. This was going to be like this massive balcony with a bridge going over to the other area, across the water. There's nothing here. This is it's just painted desert, and then more desert after that. But I did not know that when I started building this. And this was well, I was working, so I don't know how many hours, but I would spend like 3. Oh, there you can see it. We'll get to that in a minute. As I think that is just phenomenal. I can't believe he did that. It's wild. This whole structure here is kind of like a church, or it has a church-like look to it. And here's this giant inn that I made. There's no rhyme or reason here. I just wanted to build these giant structures and fill up this whole island. And there you can see, this is the first part that I built was this tower. And then I made this area. I didn't know what this stuff was going to be. There was absolutely no plan whatsoever. I didn't look at any material online to have an idea of what I was going to build. I just started building this gigantic tower because I thought it looked cool. And then at the top there's a surprise. And I made this area here, like kind of like an apartment. Yeah, apartments. There's nice kitchen area, dining area. I saw online, like, if you build these campfires and then put them out, it's supposed to look like a couch. It doesn't. It's just a little bedroom there. This is the first bed that Island slept in, I think. So I left it there because it's a memorial. I don't think she's ever been back here again. She's like, oh, wow, this place is neat. I never need to go there again. And this is just massive temple that I built, and I never come out here anymore. That's what I made. Jeff started doing the Black Gate and Tower of Baradur in Lego. So I went, you know what? This looks kind of like a giant black tower. Let's put the Eye of Sauron on top of it. So that's enough of this place because, like I said, there's just nothing going on here at all. This is what it looks like for 2,000 blocks south. There are probably more than that. And then there's a lighthouse or something that someone built. There's another one all the way south. And I think the same person probably built that. I don't know. I didn't know I needed to carry the bed. Oh, yeah. She died and she slept in a bed, broke the bed, and then died. And wound up all the way back at the start. This is just going all the way down, 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 down. Yeah, there's a mine down there. I gathered a whole bunch of resources to keep building, and then as I'm wandering around down there, I'll break through a wall. Oh, let's sleep. It's nighttime. And it's nothing but water. And then water pours into the entire mine, and if you don't know anything about Minecraft, if you have resources on the floor and water hits it, the water will take it away. There's a parrot. Hello, parrot. I had 2 other parrots. Oh, you can't go through ender portals with a parrot on your shoulder. It just prevents you from going through. I had a couple of carrots, Beep and Tweet. And I died with them on my shoulder, and I have no idea where they went. Oh, no, we don't want to do that. Let's stop doing that. Oh, the ghost noises you were hearing, I think that's just noises in the nether. The ghosts sound like they're squealing. Those are the ghosts. Or the ghasts. Okay, someone took my boats. I had boats here. This is a boat dock, and there's no boats. Alright, we're swimming. So this is what David built. We get a little bit closer before we look at the whole thing. We'll let it spawn in. It's too big to see from a distance. It'll load in chunks, and I just wanted to look at the whole thing. Wow, so the rainbow chickens can't pass through the portal. Yes. There is the HMS Lorax. That's insane that he built that. He has not done anything to the interior yet. But look at this freaking thing. The sails are amazing. Like, the detail. Look at that. That's just insane. He's got the cannons and David Nelson. You've seen him. He's been in chats. I mean, look, there's a freaking rudder on it. Mine has a rudder, but it doesn't look this technical. It's not functional, but look at that thing. It just looks a hell of a lot better than mine. And it's insanely huge. Like, looking at it from afar, you're like, wow, it's pretty big. You start getting up close to it like this, and you're like, good God. Like, look at this. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 meters above the water until you get to the cannonade. Yeah, this is phenomenal. I don't like the front. I would have put like a lion. I thought he was trying to go for a lion with that, but no, he said that's just part of the build that he looked at. I don't know what it's supposed to be, just from looking at it. He may have told me what it is, but I don't remember. I would have made a mermaid woman, like exposed breasts or, you know, seashell for a more modest look. He loves that British flag. But just look at this freaking thing. It's insane. The Gillespie girl from Elith. Oh, Bonnie. She was Jeff's favorite. Well, I guess Bonnie's more of a he now. Yikes. But look at this attention to detail. There's no functional anchor. But this is one of the anchor wheels that would be on a real ship. There you go. Oh, look at that. I'm not going up there because I don't want to vomit. And I think that's supposed to be the wheel. I don't know. Yeah. Now this would be the captain cabin or the captain's mess. He just doesn't do anything with the inside. He's got all these resources to make a really nice, like, elegantly furnished place. But no, there's just a barrel and a candle. Come on, David. Do better. It's some Portuguese man-of-war style ship island. I don't remember the name of it either. He did tell us. Oh. He added a plank. I feel like Mr. Wharf. And over here is his marina. I like that he made it just a perfect distance away so you can make out the ship in the fog. Those were cats. I know, they get confusing sometimes. I'm old as well. I have gray hair in areas that shouldn't have hair at all. This is what I call the water temple. It's kind of weird. There's not really any aesthetic to it. There's like this. I don't know what's going on here. That's some schizophrenic shit, but it's functional. There's lots of neat stuff in there. I forget his name because I never see him. But one of the players on the server built all of this and just kind of lives in there, and that's all he does. What is this? Thought the two dogs in there, Dalji and Yoda, go in there? I'm going back. So I like how you... Just look at it. It's so impressive. Look at that freaking thing. What the hell? I am hearing monsters and dolphins. Alright, never mind. I'm pretty quick in the water because I've got special boots on. Yes, boots help me swim. Armored boots help me swim. But I'm not as fast as a boat would be. Boats are faster. And they don't take health, like this takes health. Food. Sorry, not health. Food. He has a conduit around here somewhere, but it's not activating. Oh, there it goes. It finally turned on. That makes you swim faster and gives you vision underwater. Alright, back. Oops. Dalji sounds like doggy. Dalji is Korean for strawberry. Jeff named her as a triple word play in 2 languages. Genius. They're not named that. And also, Jeff didn't. But we could name them Dalji and Yoda. No, I was hoping maybe he had a name tag, but I don't see any. No, that's maybe in here. The hell is that? Well, I don't have name tags, but I got a sign. No. We're gonna name them. We're on a mission. I don't want to screw up too much, but I really want to build a dog bed now. Let's put them in this corner. Noodles! Ah, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Hurt pets just suck. It's... I'm laughing because it is kind of funny. Oh, get out of the corner, stupid. Stuck in the corner, damn it. Alright, you're going in the corner too. Oh, that's carpet. He used carpet instead of wool. If you make wool blocks, you can build on it. You can't build anything on carpet. Like you can't put anything on carpet. I don't ever use it. Well, I do, but it's, you know, not an entire floor. There's the ampersand. They moved it. Algae and Yoda. No, these are tame dogs, but they're only tamed to one person. So these are David's dogs. I think I can feed them. Yeah, I can feed them. But if they're not told, he's the only person that can tell them to stand up. Put the sign on the wall. Yeah, I know. I was just explaining that this is why I hate carpet. Because you can't build anything on it. If they're not told to stand up, they won't walk around. If they are standing up, they will typically follow whoever their master is. And as you can see, even sitting down, they will not breed unless they're told to stand up. Then they both have to be standing up, I believe. And I don't like that. This bed needs to be white. This bed needs to be red, and this bed needs to be blue. So, I was walking my dog the other day, and unbeknownst to me, and I'm going to talk to I already have an email sent, but I want to talk to the people who do the landscaping in that neighborhood and tell them having bushes with pretty flowers is nice. I understand. I like things that are aesthetically pleasing as well. That's fine. Having them with thorns where kids walk and dogs walk is not so great. So they're right next to the sidewalk as well. So my dog, being a dog, was like, I smell something. I think I should pee on it. And went over there and hopped onto the bush and got a bunch of thorns. Not just one, a bunch of thorns in her paw. And she didn't yelp or anything, but she hopped off the plant after doing her business and then was like hobbling. You know, she had a bunch of thorns in her foot and she was walking with one foot up, so I tried to brush something off. Like it took me forever to find them too, because there's these tiny little thorns. There's a whole bunch of them in her paw. I don't know why someone thought that would be a good idea. Like, her pee is not going to hurt the plant. It's not going to kill it. Maybe if like 4,000 dogs all, you know, dribbled 7 drops of pee on it, it would die. But it's not worth the pretty flowers to, you know, hurt pets. Look at that. How long have I been going? An hour and a half? Well, I hope I'm keeping someone entertained. Oh, drop the phone. There we go. And we're back to hell. I forgot what I was going to show you guys next. Well, it's been an hour and a half. Maybe we should go ahead and call it here. But I do like all these portals. That'll take you to the marina. And I do like the ship. That's kind of cool. And that one will take you to his house. This one goes to the water temple. So, I mean, if you want to go straight from the HMS Lorax, to the marina. It's, you know, what is that, 20? 3, 5, what is that? That's 5, that's 7. So 12. So, you know, it's a little more than 24 blocks to get there, rather than swimming 150. Yeah, that's the main nether hub, okay. Oh, I guess I could, if you guys still want to hang around, I guess I could show you the villages I made. Bakalakadaka is one of the villages. And the other night, Baldo and I took on a warden, which is a new enemy. They don't drop anything. So this is to Osaka, and right down that way, again, it's, you know, it's like 50 blocks, but it's much quicker going through the portal, loading the nether, and then going through that portal than it is to walk from Osaka all the way to Himeji Castle. See, Islands, Himeji, Palace, and Hideout. Although she never goes in the castle. I built her a freaking castle with a massive garden and a gigantic pool, and yeah, there's a bedroom upstairs for her that's separate from everything else and has a door that locks from the outside just for her, and she doesn't want to go in there. This place is like a tesseract. That's exactly right. It is... I do too. It is 8... Oh. Someone decided to mine. Why do you do this? Monsters do not spawn on tile. Or slabs. These are called slabs. They do not spawn on these. And they generally won't spawn when there's an area that's lit up. When I was frustrated the other night, that's where I went. You went over here. You dug a giant hole to hell. Something shooting at me? Oh, yep. Ow! Right in the face. So, my armor. This is why I love this armor. Projectile protection, projectile protection, protection. Oh, you went to Himeji after you were frustrated? Or did you tear something up? So this is... okay. This is Dandelion Town. I was just wandering around to find... what was I looking for? I was looking for an orchard first, a cherry orchard. Because I wanted to build one at the castle. And as you see, I eventually did. But I was just out searching and didn't realize one was so close over at Himeji. So I left Osaka and just started heading north, and I found this place. Beehives! I was looking for beehives. I just remembered. There's still one over here. Hi. Can play you and me Minecraft revisit... No. I help you. No, I'm good. We're not going to answer that because I'm not going to stop the stream. Anyway, this is Dandelion Town. This is why it's called Dandelion Town, because when I showed up, this whole place was dandelions. And the whole the village is just covered in them. It just... leave me alone. Yeah, they're all over the place. And when I got here, I think there was like one farmer and a fisherman. So I gave them jobs. I gave them jobs! They took the job! I think I did this to him. He's a journeyman. And this town is hideous. As you can see, it looks like a crater hit there and then just rippled a wave up. They took your job! Took your job. You want play me? No. Dude, he's typing like he should be saying Bob's in Vagine. You have to build these stations. Here, let me see. This is a grindstone. When you build this... Oh. Is this someone from chat trying to play with me? Ever had dandelion jam? That sounds like a sex thing. Anyway, so there's a loom. If you make a loom, you will get a weaver. I think it's one of these guys. Oh, they both look like farmers. Yeah, you're a farmer. You're a farmer. Why are you in this guy's house? See, if you make a grindstone, you'll get one of these guys. He's a weaponsmith. I gave him a job! I think that was someone from the chat that kept messaging me. I'm sorry, dude, I don't know you. I'm not just gonna friend someone who shows up and says, play with me. See, that's a fisherman. He has a barrel. So if you make a barrel in a town with a bunch of random villagers that don't have jobs, one of them will become a fisherman. Secret meeting at the weaver's house. Oh, the farmers, you mean? Yeah. I think that's a mason. Yeah, he's a master mason. The reason I got him all the way to master was because he sells blocks of quartz, which are difficult to obtain. It's, yeah, I've got these always more staging. If you do a stone cutter, you'll get a stone mason. Let's put this someplace else. It shouldn't be out here in the open like that. You know what, let's put it right next to the nether portal. I don't want them using my bed. And we're going to just real quickly change this because I don't like the way it looks. One of the things I thought about doing, because I'm psychotic... Oh, hello. These are iron golems. They protect the village. They don't really need protection because I've got a massive wall around the outside. And plenty of light inside, so monsters shouldn't be spawning in here. Oh, there's a cathedral. Not cathedral. Church. One of the things I thought about doing with this town, because of how ugly the landscape is... I mean, the topography, not the, you know, trees and flowers and such. I like the trees and the flowers. But I was thinking about covering a whole lot of this area underneath these houses with TNT. Just because of how hideous it looked. And it's before I decided to, you know, keep them safe and make them mine. I was going to blow them all up. Oh, hey, Tommy. How's it going, brother? Hope you're well. No, I'm not living a dream. I got really, really shitty news. The 26th was when I was supposed to have surgery scheduled. They pushed it back. So on the 26th, I'm going in for a consultation to have some blood work done, and I think they're going to do some scans. Didn't get that information, and I'm really kind of pissed off about it. I feel better than I did before I got sick. I'm eating less, and I'm eating healthier. Walking a dog twice a day, like half an hour each. Going up and down stairs more often, which I don't know if you guys know, stairs suck, but they suck because they help. I'm drinking tons of water. And all of that, and I'm 20 pounds heavier than when I went into the hospital, which is baffling the doctors. They don't understand that. I've been tracking my weight the whole time. I was 140 pounds when I went in, or 200, 140, God, 240 pounds when I went in, and my face looked puffy because I was drinking a lot. I stopped drinking, so my face has swelled down a little bit, or stopped. The swelling has gone down a little bit, is what I mean. And I just weighed myself last night because I had to track like my blood pressure, the output from the ostomy, and my weight, and you know any kind of other issues like the low pressor is making my face fall off and giving me horrible dandruff. I've never been particularly ashy. You know, I use lotion when I get ashy, but it's horrible now, and the lotion doesn't help. That's from the low pressor, so I've got to inform them about all of these vital signs that I've got, and you know, any issues that come up, I have to inform them about. And I'm 258 pounds now, 18 pounds heavier than when I went in. So this is Dipstick. The reason I called it that is because there was just this, I don't know if a person did it, a player, but there was this, a lot of this stuff has been added. This wasn't here before. This house wasn't here before. This one wasn't either. And I started making them look, yeah, that one wasn't either. I started making them look more like these houses, which are nice, you know, with the exposed bark. And then I started going, you know what, let's make them look different. And I built this in, this was here. Yeah, it's just another thing. Every single time, I'm like, oh yeah, I feel great, something bad happens. And this is one of the bad things that's happening. So this is why it's called Dipstick. There was a 4-block high dirt column. Just sitting here in the middle. These trees weren't here. These houses weren't here. I built these. The town was just from this cathedral. It was rather small. That cathedral to this house, and this one wasn't here. Nothing in between. Or I'm sorry, not in between. From the cathedral to over there. That was it. It was just like 10 structures. So I started expanding it. If you give villagers enough food, they will breed, and they will create little baby villagers. And little baby villagers grow up into the big villagers, and you can give them jobs. So here's another one. Get your attention. See, he's got a diamond on his belt. That means he's a master crafter. And this guy over here is never talked to him. Then look at the little baby. Look at the little baby guy. He's a little baby guy. Look at the little baby. How do you have a job, baby? That's child labor. That's illegal. Child labor laws. Can I talk to you? No. They won't let me talk to him. See, he's an apprentice. I think you're a novice. Yeah. So a bunch of them. Yeah, he's gold level. I got the weaponsmiths and there was another tool makers, all to expert level or master level. Yeah, there's another one. Yeah, armor. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of expert and masters in here. That is the mansion I built for Toy, who never bought the game or plays. She just said, hey, can you build me something? And I said, sure, and built her a giant mansion. I don't get out here as much as I used to, although it is nice. I do like the architecture I made with this. All these different copper blocks came from this dungeon that's way down there. That's just this welcome home. It's a nice. And that armor is all from killing monsters in the dungeon below us. Yeah, Villa de Toy. I was going to make a pool house, but ran out of materials. And I was going to make a pool, but I got distracted. Tommy says, 6, how you both doing? Oh, Island JKD Buck 76, how you doing? Down there is a pretty cool dungeon. Yeah, let's go check it out. So these hordes of bad guys show up. They all have crossbows or swords or something. The pillagers. And they come to raid you on occasion. I haven't had one happen in quite some time. And when you kill the, I don't know, the boss, I guess you call him, general, I don't know. They drop potions. And, oops. Ow. Where you at? Oop. Gotcha. Come here, you. There you go. That it? Yep. So this spawns those things. And other ones will spawn zombies in full armor with gold swords, which do a lot of damage. And I don't know if you can see there's like a little face in the middle there. If you use the potion, it makes the enemy stronger. And, oh, here, let's go over here and see this one. And these are actually chests. So when you defeat the enemies, it'll pop out a key that you can use to open these chests. And it'll give you goodies. So far, I haven't found anything spectacular. But you can see this whole thing is made of copper or wax copper blocks. So I tore a whole bunch of them out, and it goes on forever. You see it's all down there, too. And there's more chests over there and more bad guys. Trial dungeon, that's what it's called. It's called a trial dungeon. I just found this by accident, and I came down here and started farming those tornado guys. Breeze, they're called breezes. And they drop breeze rods, which you can turn into weapons. I mined out that whole thing. So, in bed with a migraine. Oh, no, that's no good. That's a woman thing, right? I don't think I've ever had a migraine in my life. I've gotten headaches, but, you know, men have their own, like, way to get rid of a headache. Swim. Swim up. Oh my god, swim. There we go. The migraine's like a really intense throbbing headache that doesn't stop. Lotion is the cure. Let's go ahead and go to sleep. This was going to be an aquarium. I was just gonna... Over there are salmon. And if you use a bucket, you can pick up a salmon in a bucket and deposit it in here. And I wanted to leave just one salmon, one poor salmon, inside this tiny little aquarium. But I just never did it. I had these ideas, and then I think about it a little bit more, and I'm like, that would be really, really cruel to do to someone. And these beehives spawn naturally. At the other, what am I talking about? At Osaka Castle, those were all transplanted. This is a meadow biome. However, I did plant all these, or well, I grew these flowers. If you use bone meal on grass, it grows flowers in tall grass. But all these flowers are either transplanted or grown here. But these spawn naturally. Ooh, the maze needs that. The maze needs copper or bees. I forgot what I just said. Anyway, there's lots and lots of bees around here, and for some reason I like them better because they occurred naturally. And I just kept building more and more trees to see where they would stop. And turns out it's like right here. Even though this is the meadow. An aquarium. This is the meadow biome. This is where they're supposed to spawn. But they all spawned over there. I don't know. I don't know how it works. This game has some glitches. Like the bad guys living through daylight, which is really annoying. Oh, fell anyway. Okay, I don't know why that's there. Go away. Did you show Ben Hollow? What? I don't know what that means. Sorry. And down here I just made a little tunnel so I could, oops, farm bone meal from one of those guys if I wanted to. The other way to make it is to get a bunch of plant material and throw it into a compost bed. Oh, a compost is how you get the farmer. Oh, the bee hollow. No, I told you I didn't show them any of your stuff. I can go do that. It's so happy. I showed them the garden I made for you. With all the cherry trees and roses and dandelions and poppies. This way. Alright, let's do another 7 minutes. I do have a dentist appointment today. It's later on, but let's stop this right at 2 hours. So that'd be a nice round number. All of this was all hilly and bumpy as well. I flattened all of this ground. It's relaxing to just dig stuff out and oh, these nice little patches of crops. I've got my beets, my carrots, my taters. I have Irish ancestry, so I need these taters. I've got some nice melons. If you look at them from above, they look like that lady we saw in the video from Aussie. That's why there's two. I gotta have the two. And I got wheat. I got wheat so I can make my sheep. Because they're food. Hello, food. Oh, yeah, your little food. Hello, food. Yeah, your food. There we go. My bow has a fire enchantment on it, so I cook the meat as I kill it. It's like using a lightsaber to slice bread. Another doggy with gross green armor on. I don't know why it's green. It's not a good color for a dog. Looks like they're covered in snot. Oh, right, don't go in there. Oh, look at brown kitty with the yellow eyes. Here's the bee hollow. Oh, you found some azaleas. The bees like azaleas. There's the bee hollow, the heavy bee hollow. And looks like she's cooking them. Personally, I like the campfire a little bit further away so it doesn't look like them roasting the bees. And there's just one small junglewood tree here for whatever reason. And someone put these chorus plants in here, they're a little out of place. And this, I think David Nelson put the first one of these here. And I was like, oh neat, there's a new kind of wood. This was with the Pale Forest upgrade. Or update, rather. And I had started building Himeji Castle out of white wool. Like I did Osaka Castle, that's another thing I need to do. Go back and replace all of Osaka Castle with wool. But that would be a massive undertaking. I wasn't completely finished with Himeji Castle, and it's a lot less like a maze inside there. Yeah, it's the outer structure is what's on inside. So, he did the chorus fruit as well. So the outside is what you're seeing on the inside as well. Osaka Castle's different. Like, it has different layers, and the interiors are rather different, and also made out of wool. This was easier to fix because I just ran along the edge and cleared everything out, then just replaced it immediately. So Himeji was pretty simple to fix. And I don't know if we can zoom in. But yeah, you see, that's... Wait a minute. That's wool. That's still wool. I think I did that on purpose, maybe? That's Island's room up there. That's her little bedroom with the pink windows and the pink doors. She's got her own balcony. She's got nice lights, nicer lights than the other place. Maybe I left that wool on purpose. I don't remember. That can't be. I think I just forgot. Alright, we got 3 minutes left. Let's go see Island's room real quick. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Meow. It's a long distance to get all the way to her room. Oops. She lives up there, alone. And she's safe up here, because no one's going to bother with that stupid jumping puzzle I made in order to get all the way up here. Oh no! Oh no! I fell. And she's got a nice little kitchenette. Oh, there's no fridge, no refrigerator. Oh, I also ran out of wool for the carpet. And she can see her old home from here. Oh, why is that like that? It's all the way over there. Flowers in the attic. That's what I was thinking of. Which is a really gross story. I saw the movie. I was a teenager, I think. And I was like, wow, this is kind of weird. And then my mother's like, oh, there's a lot more to the story. And I went, oh, really? And then she went into detail about the books. And I went, I don't know why you told me this. I'm a kid. Anyway, we're going to call it, well, let's eat some cake, a whole cake. I mean, I was hungry. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Hump day, so enjoy the rest of your week. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Thanks for joining for so long. I hope you had a good time. I will see you guys later.